And I'll now recognize Mr. Wilson from the great state of South Carolina for his line of questioning.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'm very grateful to share a district with you, North Augusta, South Carolina and Georgia working together. And indeed, Mr. Tubman, I appreciate your service as the staff attorney for the National Right to Work Legal Defense Foundation. For decades, the National Right to Work Committee has been a successful champion across the country for workers to have the freedom to join or not join a union. And so the Right to Work Committee is just such an example of freedom, and so thank you for what you do. With that in mind, your written testimony says that some unions are weaponizing our labor law to harm Jewish employees in the workplace. How are they doing that, and can you give examples?
Sure. So as I said in my opening, their federal law allows forced representation. Nobody tells you, Congressman, that when you want to sell your house, you must use a certain representative who may hate you and may trash your people and your religion. But in the union context, federal labor law allows for forced representation. So these people are required to be represented by a hateful organization. That's the first of federal law's protections of unions. And then the second one, of course, is forced dues. They're told that they have to pay for the privilege of being harassed by these unions. This is all a matter of federal labor law.
And I want to thank you, too, bringing up the issue of Hamas. We're not talking about people who are disagreeing with issues. Hamas, the Covenant of August 1988, was very clear. Article 7. It states that every Jew is to be chased behind a rock or tree until you find the last Jew behind a rock and kill him. That's their covenant. That's their plan. From the river to the sea means the elimination and death of the Jewish people. And so we're not talking about just a disagreement over policy. Ms. Mann, some unions have chosen to mount defenses of anti-Semitic activity in their units and in some cases advocate on behalf of union members who have engaged in anti-Semitic conduct outside the workplace, particularly something that sounds so innocent, such as pushing the anti-Israel boycott, divestment, and sanctions, BDS policies. What do you feel can be done? Does this undermine the National Labor Relations Act?
I believe that unions should stick to negotiating wages, health care, employment conditions. The union should not have a political view that's unrelated to its members' well-being in the workplace. Just because unions were once politically active historically does not mean they need to be now. Times change. We shouldn't have to vote about political resolutions on anything about foreign policy that has nothing to do with representing individuals in New York City. The resolution that was mentioned by Ms. Lee was a resolution that was sent by ABN less than a month, or just over a month after 1013, asking union members to vote on whether they support calling calling Israel's attack on Palestine a genocide. We shouldn't be forced to answer such questions. It doesn't matter to our workplace. It doesn't matter to what we do for our clients. Political foreign relations should not be a part of the union's purview.
And how sad, indeed, genocide. The population of Gaza has increased substantially. There's not a genocide, and how sick for people to misconstrue what's going on. And Mr. Rubenstein, you stated in your written testimony that you do not believe graduate students should be considered employees under the National Labor Relations Act. Why do you think that graduate students like yourself, young as you are, should not be covered by NLRA?
As PhD students, we're provided with teaching assistantships to support ourselves while we work towards our degree. And so our work as teaching assistants serves as a derivative of our primary status as students. Yet since unionization, our primary role as students has become a derivative of our part-time job as teaching assistants, meaning that we now have a non-academic third party that holds power over the primary purpose for which we came to study in the first place.
Well, thank you for bringing that to the attention of the American people. I yield back.